Hello and welcome to Modelled Ads. With guest editor Mike Hort at the helm of War Games Illustrated, Battlefront commemorate the centenary of the First World War with the release of Great War, a 36-page, gloriously illustrated glossy supplement. Cannily focusing on the spring offensive of March 1918 and Operation Michael, Ludendorff's plan to break through the Allied lines and advance in a northwesterly direction to seize the Channel ports, Great War provides players with supplementary rules and British and German army lists, as well as new figures and scenery for Flames of War. Opening with a pen portrait of the war to end all wars, Great War sets the scene with period-specific rules for trench fighting and guns. Aimed principally at company-scale assaults on 4x4 tables, specific rules are provided for early tanks and, in later pages, the innovative German Stosch tactic. Great War introduces the British Mark IV male and female tanks, the medium Mark A Whipper, as well as the German A7V tanks to Flames of War. Slow and steady ensures that these tanks can't move at the double, whilst push it means that if you make your skill test, you may move a further 2 inches at the risk of breaking down. Self-defense machine guns, tanks breaking off, and, for landships over the page, mobile fortress, ensure that these armoured behemoths are devastating at close quarters. The Mark IV and A7V are designated landships and, as such, may take cumulative damage from either bogging, the first but not second firepower test required to successfully destroy them during shooting, or being bailed out. The amount of damage sustained restricts what a landship is able to achieve during a turn before being destroyed, but the presence of an engineer on board enables in-field repairs to be made to bring your tank back online. Slight differences in the facing and armour values of British and German tanks will doubtless ensure some careful manoeuvring around or over the craters and trenches present on well-modelled tables. The German infantry list follows, with the Infantry 4 trumping the usual special national rules found in the main Flames of War rulebook. A German infantry company can be either confident trained or confident veteran and feature pistol or SMG HQs, with a Cosmopolitan range of support options that include anti-tank rifles, flamethrowers, trench mortars and sniper teams. Infantry consist of rifle and MG squads, with the option to upgrade to SMG and faster firing rifle grenade teams. These are supported with HMG teams firing armour-piercing ammunition, as well as anti-tank and infantry gun teams and, in addition to the A7V, captured British tanks. An attractive option is the inclusion of the fearless veterans of the Stoss battalions, with 3 special rules that allow them to benefit from mission tactics, spearhead deployment and a hit on a 2+ in assaults. Artillery batteries and detachments close the lists, but it's noteworthy that these don't benefit from any special rules that replicate the significant tactical artillery developments of the day, including the so-called Hurricane bombardments. The British infantry list follows, with the British Bulldog and trench fighter special rules replacing those we're more familiar with. British infantry also come in at either confident trained or confident veteran. Company HQs can only field optional snipers, but the rifle platoons are larger and more expensive than their German counterparts and contain the same MG as well as rifle grenade teams. British HMG teams do not have armour-piercing rounds, but these can be accompanied by larger mortar platoons for that little extra oomph. Artillery closes the list in much the same fashion as the German section, and it's worth noting that both sides can deploy their HMGs in nests or pillboxes. Great War Mission contains mission special rules which capture some of the tactical considerations of the period and precede 3 evocative missions that can be played sequentially: the Big Push, Through the Mud and Blood, and the Green Fields Beyond. Great War closes on the forthcoming range of battlefield in a box scenic items that support these missions, including Shattered Woods, Muddy Ground and a trench line system, which litter the pages of the 4 related articles in War Games Illustrated, including, usefully, how to adapt the basic Flames of War missions for use with the Great War supplement. Great War is another high production value supplement for Flames of War that marks yet another development in Flames of War's chronological reach. Whilst its emphasis on tanks and tank-on-tank action may well be disproportionate, this feels like a more considered endeavour than Fate of a Nation, offering a historically specific setting for 3 potentially interlinked missions, as well as adaptations to the existing scenarios. These and the related special rules go a long way to capturing the feel of the First World War battlefield. Hopefully this and the availability of dedicated box sets will, at a cost, popularise the excellent range of wargaming opportunities provided by the First World War. Recommended.